Hey there, and welcome to the Suckling 1990 movie review, and it is also known as Savage Baby. The director is Francis Terry, made such movies as Head Games in 1996 and Flesh Eating Mothers in 1998, and there is also a few others that I'm not mentioning. There is the actors in this film. I'm only going to mention one, unfortunately, and it's Michael Gingold. I'm pretty sure I'm saying the last name wrong, probably Gingold. I have no idea. He is in such films as A Return to Salem Slot in 1987, The Toxic Avenger Part 2 in 1989, and many more films. The music score was pretty good at times, and you can really hear some John Carpenter Halloween type vibe to the music, which I'm pretty sure they got the inspiration from John Carpenter. And what it's about, I'll give you the quick overview. After a woman goes to a back alley abortion clinic, her aborted fetus attacks her, her boyfriend, and everyone else at the place. The movie starts off, words come up telling us the date, time, and place, and the events we're about to see. Then it shows a woman sleeping in bed while there's a thunderstorm happening, and with every lightning strike, it lights up the room. That camera then pans around outside, showing the rain really coming down out there, and then it comes back into the building again, showing someone creeping down the hallway. The person is dressed in white. They show only the calves down, so you don't know who the person is. It goes back over to showing the woman sleeping again, and then back to the person creeping. This time the person's creeping up the stairs, and they're showing the hand of the person. And in the hand of the person is holding a shaving blade. And they go back to the sleeping woman, and they zoom into her bedroom door. The creeper opens the door, and then you can see it is a man, and he's dressed fully in white. He walks over to the woman. He stops, then proceeds to fill a syringe and sticks her with it. I guess it's a sleeping drug. After using it, he checks the time, I guess to see how long it'll take before she passes out. And then he lifts her and carries her to like a hospital-like place where there's a nurse walking around with an axe, out of all things, also exposing her breasts, which was like, wow, while wearing a sleazy nurse outfit. The man was dressed like a doctor now, and the woman that was sleeping is being wheeled in a wheelchair, and they push her through the hallway into an operating room where they strap her down and they start cutting, and that's when the woman wakes up and she's still in her bed, and she heads to the bathroom, freaked out, and once in there, she decides to take some pills, and she looks through the bathroom cabinet. She gets the pills and moves the mirror. She sees the doctor behind her, who proceeds to slice her throat, and she wakes up again, but this time in a hospital room, attached to some breathing tubes and other devices. They pan over to two doctors talking, one asking the other how long is she going to stay asleep before she gets another nightmare. About 2 hours, replies the other doctor. They start talking about a brothel massacre and how the woman was the only survivor. Then you see a young couple walk over to the brothel for an abortion. And I'm guessing at this point, because they don't really say like if it's beforehand or whatnot, so I didn't really like that. They should have just put like what happened before, like the date or whatever. Since they had the date at the beginning, they didn't continue with any dates or nothing afterwards, which I thought was weird. But either way, they end up talking to one of the guys who works there, who then walks them around into another part of the building and tells them to wait in a room. Then they end up showing this scene that to me is just like out there. It is a little funny, but also not a scene for me, I gotta say. So for whoever has seen this movie and they know what I'm talking about, either way, they go back to the waiting room. And there's more people in there now, and they start having a conversation. The young woman wants to leave. Finally, it is the young woman's turn to be seen, but only her. Her boyfriend has to wait outside. The boyfriend gets invited to go somewhere by one of the other workers. and he decides to go with them. Inside the room, the young woman meets an older woman, which reminded me very much of Kathy Bates. They have a conversation. The woman hands her something to drink. She doesn't want it, and the woman that reminds me of Kathy Bates tells her that it's rude to not take what's offered type deal. And she drinks it, and she passes out. Then they show her boyfriend with the worker, and they are talking and counting money for some reason. I can't quite remember why. They go back to the woman that passed out, the young woman, and they do the abortion on her as she's passed out, and they end up flushing the fetus down the toilet, and it ends up in some toxic waste dump. And now, without trying not to give too much away, the fetus mutates, growing in size, and very creative-like. You know, I really thought it was very creative of how they made the creature, but it crawls up through the brothel toilet and goes on a killing spree. And while I was watching this, it kind of reminded me of the title of the song from Iron Maiden called Killing Spree of the Demon Seed. And it kept going through my mind. It was a pretty cool watch, though. What I liked about this movie, well, I definitely never seen anything quite like this before. And that is one good reason of saying why I like it. And I would watch it again. That's a definite. It was very well done, the creature. Even though it was very B-movie rated looking, it was still very creatively done. Sorry about that. And it had some really crazy scenes in the movie, which I liked. Would I recommend it? Yes. But only to the B-movie lovers, you know, because, like, I can see a lot of people nitpicking this one, but it wasn't bad. It really wasn't. I have seen a lot worse than this, and I kind of liked it. I liked the way the creature looked. I liked the story of it. I liked the idea, the location, and the music score was actually very, like I said, John Carpenter-y. So, well, at some points, not through all of it. At some points, the music was John Carpenter-y. And, yeah, that's going to be it. Also, if you want to watch it and you don't own it, it's on Tubi TV, and that is a free site. No signups, no payments, no nothing. And, yeah, check that movie out. It's pretty interesting if it's up your alley there. So, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your time. Stay safe, take care, and here is a trailer.
Meet Mommy and Daddy.
I told you. I won't tell anyone that you were following. Everything's ready.
Mommy's little darling is becoming Mommy's little mutant terror. The Suckling. What is going on?
We're locked in.
Yes, trapped in a bordello, Mommy and Daddy must try and survive their wayward offspring.
What happened to her?
I mean to get out of here alive. The Suckling.
What the hell is this?
If you're looking for nail-biting action and suspense, see The Suckling. The Suckling.